Welcome to my channel. I am going to talk about some levels of embodiment to help those that are already aligned to their soul purpose, or it's coming online, or you want to start working on it, because this is something that does come into fruition as we shift more on this journey. So welcome, I'm Kathleen from Awakening Meraki. Now, I've made it quite clear that I am bringing this stuff on board, and I will speak more about soul purpose on my channel because it's a natural progression of this journey. Because the reality is once you've been awakened and you really start doing the energetic work that's necessary to help you make those energetic shifts, many of you, this may not apply to everybody, but because it does depend on what is in alignment with your soul. But many of you, and I was one, can no longer function in 3D like we were. It's just not energetically feasible anymore. And we're actually the way showers, by the way, to show the world that this working 60 hours a week and busting your ass it's lack energy. It's certainly not expansive, let's put it that way. It's limiting ourselves, it's squashing ourselves into a box. So I really want to talk today about soul purpose, and just for those that this resonates with, because it will come online. And I have I'm working with some amazing clients already in this space. And, I come with quite an extensive business background and leading large teams and all that kind of stuff. But, I look at that now. I was telling someone today that I was chatting to, I said, I look at that now as me with my training wheels on, and not realizing that it was going to, propel me into this space over here. And actually the magic is my intuitive gifts are so powerful and strong, and my soul wisdom just pours out of me. And this will happen to everyone else as well. It's not just a Kathleen thing. This is just the space that I need to be working in. And so having that, my training wheels, my 3D business background and team leadership background, along with my consciousness, which is seriously expanded, you wrap those in together and you realize, oh my gosh, the training wheels are now off. And I've now got my big girl pants on, and I'm riding the bike, literally. And it's going pretty fast, this bike. So yeah, there's no slowing down. Once the soul knows you're ready, it's going to pull you along and expand you even further. And what I do know about this is that you will start somewhere. You may already be in purpose, but you want to elevate and expand it. Every journey is unique and individual. But for me, I just started, and then soul you'll get pushed to expand as your consciousness allows you to, and as you remove the limitation and the lack out of your energy field. And I just feel completely expansive. I feel like I'm this limitless powerhouse. I can't describe it. It's an energy. But the strange thing is I don't work anywhere near the hours that I do, yet I'm way more awake, way more clarity, can function just function in complete presence with people, and I don't have to clear 100 plus emails a day. It's even better. So anyone that works with me knows that I don't like emails. Don't get me wrong, don't mind them, but not when you're getting 100 plus a day with just BS through them. Don't miss any of that anymore. That is what happens when you exit out of 3D and you get into purpose. You can actually start to self-manage how you want to operate, and you set the tone, right? I already have people working for me, and I set the scene on that. There's just not going to be those kind of crazy expectations. Anyway, I am rambling as I do. So I want to, bring forward, how do you evolve? How do you expand? How do you know that you're ready? And you will just know, you'll start getting little droplets of information, and soul kind of starts navigating you down a path, and you're like, if you're really, really conscious and aware and not focused on the twin, you will notice the signs. So, but the thing is that this journey comes down to full acceptance, right? You need to come into fullness. You need to embody the expansion that you are and the expansion you are shifting into. So this particular video today is probably more going to be focused on how do you shift into that fullness? How do you shift those levels of embodiment so that the manifestation comes forward? Because I see energy, and the best way that I can explain it, I've talked about this a bit today, is imagine flour going through a sieve into a bowl. So just for context, first of all, like I can see energy, say off hands, off fingers, and it's like it's really fine, almost translucent, and then it gets denser and denser and denser. And then that's the physical manifestation. So imagine flour sifted going through a sieve. It's fine and it's floating down, but as it gets into the bowl, it's getting denser and denser and denser and denser. That is the best way that I can explain. So this is the manifestation now, right? The compacted flour in the bowl, but the frequency is coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, and the bowl has now embodied the manifestation. It's probably the best way to explain it, right? So the energy needs to flow right through your body so it turns up in your physical reality. That's hopefully I have articulated that in a way that kind of resonates. If you see energy, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you don't see it, you'll hopefully that will give you kind of some, just some visual to work with anyway. You see the spiritual realm does not see the difference between the physical and the non-physical of the manifestation. So when you set an intention and you go, right, I'm going to manifest my glasses. I don't know, they just happen to be sitting there, my glasses, right? I'm going to manifest my $1,000 glasses, which they are. The manifestation's already happened once I've set that intention, but I've got to embody the frequency of these glasses. And so it's like the flour coming through the sieve, and then eventually it comes down because I've now fully embodied the frequency of my glasses, and they will just show up. That's how manifestation works in my little brain. And so you need to embody it. So if you want to run a $1 million business, you need to become the embodiment of that today. And it's all the inspired actions that you take. So you set the intention. It's now the inspired actions that you take and the embodiment of that $1 million business. What do you feel like? What are you doing, being in an everyday? Are you operating at a $1 million business level? What does that look like and feel like for you? Not me, for you. So you are creating at an energetic level in the non-physical. You've already manifested it. And now your actions is going to bring it as you embody more of that energy coming down, of that $1 million energy. you become the embodiment of it. And and that's how it then starts showing up in your physical reality. That is how you manifest. That is why your 3D starts to shift. But it doesn't happen straight away. And this is where I think people go, I don't understand this manifestation. How can something be energy and it's non-physical, but it's physical? The flour is the best way I can describe it to you. But you need to embody the bowl that can hold the flour. Just go with me. I actually have recorded another YouTube. I haven't uploaded it yet, and I was talking about baking a cake yesterday, so this is my theme. Anyway, it'll go up at some point this week, but just go with me. You need to embody the bowl that can hold the flour. Okay, so you need to become the $1 million bowl, for an example, and you do that through the actions that you take. Excuse me. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about is how do you embody? Like, and how long does it take for this manifestation to come through? And that is going to vary depending on the level of energy you're already at. So how much lack are you sitting in to get to your $1 million? Because your $1 million business is not going to be sitting in lack. Not this type of business, right? You can be in a business and still be rocking over $1 million, but it doesn't mean that you're working from a space of expansion and limitless potential. And unless you're on this awakening journey, you're probably not. This journey is going to make you completely shift out of lack. So how long that takes you to manifest is almost like, well, where's your baseline at today energetically? Okay, and that's why soul will only bring purpose online when you are energetically ready. So if you are in that space, right, the $1 million business that you're going to be running, it's all about how are you connecting in energetically? How are you connecting in with soul versus mind? Because mind will keep you limited, soul will keep you limitless and expansive. So how present are you? How conscious are you? So that's a big one that we learn on this journey. Anything to get out of the mind and that crazy energy about that twin of ours, right? You learn to get into soul because you're like, you need to quieten the mind down. So it really does. So I'm reading off notes, but it does depend where you are energetically. Are you still heavily in mind or are you in soul? Because the more you're in soul, the quicker the manifestation, because you're already at a higher frequency. You've released a lot of those limiting beliefs and lack, which come from mind. It's the imagination part of it, like, are you imagining, are you living and breathing this business? Even though you might only be turning, I don't know, 100K a year, are you living and breathing the $1 million version of you? And you literally have to get out of bed and wake up every day and start that embodiment, even though it's not reflecting in the numbers yet, because it's not really about the numbers, right? It's all about your energy. It's the numbers are just a byproduct of what you do energetically and the purpose that you put out into the universe. Are you really focused on 3D? Are you still really entrenched in the 3D ways of operating? Because if you're going to try and run your $1 million business like you would in 3D with all the limitations, constraints, that's going to hold you up as well. You've got to be in soul. I talk a lot about the sun. I have recently on here, and the sun is the soul, and then it's got clouds over it, right? So it can't fully expand and radiate out because it's going to filter through the clouds. So how are you shifting through your clouds? What are the clouds? They are your fear-based energy. It's so the denser the clouds, the longer it's going to take to move the clouds, let's say. So, it just depends. Again, it all depends where you are at energetically. But we want to move those clouds away so that your manifestation can come through, so you can step fully into fullness, into your soul frequency. Also, your perception, how you see things. So if you're constantly looking in the 3D for validation, I'm not seeing the manifestation, I'm not seeing it, then you're not trusting it, you're not believing it, you're not having faith. Because once you've set that intention, if you keep dipping in and out of that embodiment, then you're giving mixed signals to the universe and it doesn't know what you want. You've got to be really clear when you're trying to manifest, and you manifest from soul, by the way. So you got to get really super clear on what it is, and then you need to become the embodiment of it. But the minute that you start going, oh, I'm not seeing it, then there's no faith. And full embodiment is knowing and having faith and making, this is the next one, your choices, right? Your choices are going to determine your actions and the movements that you're going to make towards it. So, your conscious choices are, am I going to get out of bed every day and I'm going to take on this embodiment? And you will. This is how you shift timelines as well, by the way. This embodiment is also how you shift into union frequency. You must become what you want to see in your physical. And it takes deep faith, because you're working blindly. Because we're so used to looking at the physical world as our evidence, but it turns out it's not. That's just an old embodiment of you. So, this journey is it's all about embodiment. And what do I mean by embodiment? You are living and breathing it, and you just know. There's no doubt, you just know. And you can't even argue with the I just know, because you just know. So it wouldn't matter what anyone says to you. If you know, that's it. You just know, and you're like, it's done. I don't even need to focus on it anymore. I can just keep taking inspired actions. I don't need to focus on what the outcome is, because I know the outcome will roll up. The when, the why, and the how is actually not up to me, because that keeps me stuck in mind and it keeps me in limitation. That's why the universe takes care of it, right? Just like it does when you have these interactions with your twin, the universe is taking care of all of that. You just get to create. You get to be in the business and just create and expand and grow, and whatever that looks like for you. And look, it could be that, I'm particularly talking today just about your own business, but this can go beyond that. You can take on that embodiment for jobs you're applying for, anything really. But fullness and embodiment is like going, my name is Kathleen and I know I'm a mum. I don't go seeking if I am a mum, and I don't go seeking my name. I don't question if I'm a mum. I don't doubt if I'm a mum. I don't doubt my name. I don't question my name, sometimes maybe with my parents' choices, but I don't question it. I don't look for it. I just know that this is who I am in terms of my name. And I know that I've got 2 daughters, and so I don't question any of that. That's embodiment. It's like you give it no energy because you already know. So that's what you've got to do. Once you set that intention, and yes, your sneaky mind will get in and question it, but the more you shift on this journey, you get right out of the mind and you feel the power, and it's soul energy that you are working with here. People that are not fully awake, like we get on this journey, they're working from their mind, they're manifesting from mind. You will manifest and step fully into your frequency of that $1 million business, or and it's not even about the number. I just want to get clear, it's not about the number. And I'm going to do a different video on money and getting comfortable with speaking about money, because we are conditioned that money is evil, and it's bloody not. It's an exchange of energy. It's a reflection of energy, and that is it. It's not about the money. It's about your energy, and are you sitting in lack? Are you sitting in fear-based energy? Are you sending out to the universe that I'm a limited being? Or are you sending out to the universe that I am limitless and I am expansive and I'm learning and I'm growing, evolving and expanding, which is what the soul is. That's why you shift out of that limited mindset and you come over to this, where you realize, oh, now I'm the soul. Oh, I can create, and you're out of that limitation. That's why you want to get out of the mind, you want to get out of the stories and come over here, because then you'll realize you're none of that, and you've created all of that from your lack, and this version of you is not going to be coming from that space anymore. And faith, absolute faith. I can tell you that, and I will share the story today, which has just sort of come up today. You see, I know where I am heading, and for the most part, and I currently live in a home that's small because I'm renting it, because I plan to buy a house, but I can't do that quite yet. So, but I feel restricted here. I'm feeling like it's been fine for the last 12 months, but actually I can get a little like ho-hummish, and I feel like it's closing in on me and it's suffocating me from a workspace perspective. Because as soon as I have people come and stay, we're just tripping over each other. The dog, as we all know, the dog's always in my videos. And it's kind of driving me nuts. Anyway, so I was just sitting there today and I thought, you know what? I might go and see how much it costs to rent a space for work. Now, if I was 3D in lack, I would be going, that is bloody ridiculous, Kathleen. You know, you've only been doing this for X amount of time. You should be watching watching the costs. I mean, you know, any normal business person would go, no, Kathleen, that is ridiculous. But this expansive version of me knows that for me to enter into that expansion, I need to shift. And so it is about making those, knowing that for me to get from A to Z, I actually need to make the shift before to see the reality come into play, if that makes sense. So I'm seriously going to look at some offices tomorrow. And I don't know whether I'll go with it or not. Maybe I'll share on here. But I feel like I need to, for me to expand, because I can feel my expansion, I can't do it in this environment because it's suffocating me. And so, it's not, I know the money's not the issue, because I just know I will be abundant and I'll be able to make it all work. I'm not cut up about it, because I believe in my soul. I know I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing or being, and it will just happen. And it's already manifested, and I just need to make sure I embody that. And it's, you just, like when we first awakened on this journey and we think it's all about this other body, it's simply not. And I can't get more clear about that. It is not. It is about your expansion. It's about you coming into soul. It's about you living from a place of complete limitless potential that you are going to manifest into your physical, and whatever that looks like for you. And I personally don't care about money. Yes, we need it to live and do whatever, right? But that's the thing. It's not my focus. My focus is the beautiful people I get to work with. It's the fact that I get to share this and help other people expand and grow. It just feeds my soul. And so the I guess you want to call it the reward, is the abundance that comes through to you. And I want this for everybody, because I don't want people stuck in all this limiting stuff. Not now I know the power, and not now that I resonate with, just this journey. And it's an incredible journey of self-discovery. It's an incredible journey of you coming back to your true authentic self, back to home. And the beautiful thing about that is what comes along with that is your twin flame, is the abundance, is your purpose, is you just feeling fucking amazing, is probably the only way I'm going to put that. Don't know what else to say other than that. I really want to get this across to people, that you don't need to sit in this lack. And if you're shifting, it's okay. You are where you are on your journey. But what I want to just really encourage everybody is that I am no different to anyone else I don't like this journey. I was there. Trust me, I was kicking and screaming. I physically almost abused myself sometimes. It's like, God, just slap the head, like just get out of your head. Get this person out of your head. I get it. I get it all. And you will shift. You absolutely will shift, so long as you stick to the process. If you don't stick to the process, you will loop and cycle and stay in this energy, and you make the choice. I think that was put on here. Your choices and your actions are up to you. They truly are up to you. Anyway, that is this message for today. Hopefully this really sinks in and resonates. And yes, if this is something that you're inspired by, then connect, reach out. I'm very much here to help people as best as I can, to see your potential, turn it into your reality. That's what I'm here to help people with. Sending lots of love.